Salutare tuturor și bine v-am regăsit la o ediție specială IGDLCC, pentru că astăzi sunt acasă la DJ-ul meu preferat, la Acasă la Ilan Bluestone. Și vorbesc acum în română, va trebui să trec în engleză ca să înțeleagă ce spun, să nu crede că zic vreo prostie. So, hey Ilan, thank you for having us.
Hi, thanks.
And welcome to IGDLCC. So it's like free information on things that cost money or matter. This is the name of, it's a long name for my podcast. It's intentionally very boring.
Okay, well, welcome to IBTH, Ilan Bluestone.
IGDLC.
Oh, no, this is my one. IB Trance House, IBTH.
IBTH?
Yeah, I just made that up just now, but it's the House of Trance, basically.
So we're meeting again after that moment in Cluj, in Untold.
That was a good time.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, did you have a good time?
I barely remember most of it.
Nah, you remember.
It was a trip. No. It's too fast.
Too complicated. It was a good time.
It was.
Yeah.
So you just told me today that I gave you a tap on the back. I never remember that.
Yes, so I was DJing and I actually went to Romania. It was my first time in Romania, and I was DJing there and I was in the middle of mixing, and someone like tapped me on the back, and I turned around and...
I never do that.
Yeah, you did.
You were working.
I was in the middle of a mix and someone tapped me on the shoulder and he was standing there with his phone taking a selfie. And it was George.
I'm a fanboy.
And I was like, who the hell is this? And at the time I took I got friendly with my Uber driver, Florin, who's from Romania, and I took him. I said, you know what, come with me to Romania, I'll hook you up, come to the show. And I looked at him when you turned around and he was going to me, it's okay.
He's safe.
It's okay, you're safe. He's a good guy. So I was like, okay, obviously this guy is a good person. So I was like, what's up, man? And I could see that he was really enjoying himself and he was like, loving life.
Oh yeah. So actually on the main stage, it was like Robbie Williams? Something like that?
I don't know.
I didn't care.
I mean,
I was in the right.
I wasn't really.
Right
I was just there to do my music and have a good time and go home.
So coming back on Untold, it was good times, and actually, can I say we made friends? Is it okay to say that?
I'm Ilan. That's me.
So I'm living my dream. I made friends with the DJ I love most.
Thanks, man.
More than Armin. More than Above and Beyond, more than that. I really love your music. You already know that. It's not that you're paying attention and you care. I actually love and listen to your music.
Thanks, man.
And
Thank you.
for that, I got you a little something.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking of bringing a gadget or something like that, but I know you already have whatever you need.
Thanks. That's so nice.
No, not this.
Oh, right.
Okay. I got you this. These are my girls.
Oh, nice.
My daughter and my wife.
Nice.
And they sent you this.
Hello, I am Ari, and I really like your song Scars.
Ah, that's very sweet.
Hello, Ilan. I'm Lorena, and I hope to see you this summer in Cluj at Untold.
Coming.
I know that George was very excited to meet you, so have fun. And I have a message for you, me and Ariana. Keep doing amazing music.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Ah, that's very sweet.
Yeah, so
Should we send a voice note back?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Hi, it's Ilan. I can't wait to see you guys in Cluj, and I will see you at Untold Festival, and Daddy's going to bring you, and we're going to have a great time, and thank you so much for all the love.
Tell her about Utrecht this weekend.
Oh, by the way, your husband is coming to a State of Trance with me as special guest VIP backstage at E050 with Armin van Buren and myself, and he's not coming home this weekend, so I'll look after him, don't worry.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm already sweaty, so...
Yes, it does get very hot in my room because of all the studio equipment.
It is.
Yes.
Yes. So usually these podcasts run something like I ask you something, you give me an answer, but this is going to be totally different because I was thinking about doing a podcast more focused on sound.
Yeah.
And you're all about sound. I'm all about your music and all that. And you promised you're going to show me something, some of your work.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously I've got a new album which I've been working on for the last 2 years. Yeah, so you obviously know my first album, Scars.
Yes.
That was my debut album. That was very exciting for me to release an album on Anjuna Beats, and the album did really, really well around the world. It was top 5 in, I think it was number 1 in India, number 1 in Prague.
Wow.
In Czech Republic, number 2, I think it was number 2 in the US or Canada, if I'm not mistaken, or 3. Number 7 in the UK, which is great. But yeah, it was top 5 pretty much all over the world.
So you're living the DJ, successful DJ life now.
It's been beyond incredible, you know, and I'm really thankful to all my amazing fans out there who have been supporting my music since day one.
I'm trying to make you famous in Romania because you deserve it. You're a great DJ.
Well, I do love Romania, and I have lots of Romanian friends. Even my next door neighbors are Romanian, and they're super excited. They found out George is coming, and they're all knocking. There's a line outside.
You're telling everyone.
There's a line outside. You know, people are about to.
No, it's okay. So you're telling everyone. You're too kind.
No, I'm just being honest.
Okay, you're a successful DJ. Let's be professional about it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting emotional and sweaty.
Okay.
So you're living the life. You're a DJ. You're touring now. You're traveling most of the time. You just got back from the US and Canada.
Yes, correct.
And touring on Scars mostly.
I'm touring mostly, not just on my album, but I'm doing solo, you know, shows. Featuring just mostly my music. I like to play just my own stuff.
Okay.
I might play a few other tracks that I enjoy at that moment in time, but I do play just mostly my own stuff, which I've created here or in my old house when I used to live with my parents.
You're successful for not such a long time, so...
Yes, probably since 2010, 2009.
It's already 9 or 10 years?
Yeah, it's already been 10 years. I actually, one of my first tracks blew up in Russia over pirate radio. I did an official remix for a song called Yeke Yeke by Morikanti. And I did like a dance remix for him. And it was an official remix. And it went viral in Russia. Okay. And one of my first shows was in Petropavlovsk, Kamchatka, which is past Japan. Really far.
In Kamchatka.
In Kamchatka. If you look on Google Maps, it's literally past Japan, above to the right near Siberia. And I had one of my first shows there, and they said to me, go there, you don't really need to DJ. You just need to put your hands in the air and dance on stage. And the guy that I went with, he was also quite well known in the dance world. And yeah, we went out together, and it was the first time I got on the decks. And I absolutely shat myself. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know what to do with my life because I've always been a fan of music production and never in my life imagined myself to be standing up on stage and having fans.
So you actually started producing music around 9?
9 years old. I'm 34 now, and I started when I was 9 years old on MS-DOS. I had a program called Impulse Tracker. And I was doing like coding.
Made by your brother?
My brother had the software. And I was like, what is this shit? And he was just like, oh, it's tracking music software. And I was like, wow, this looks really interesting. Can you make your own music on it? And he's like, yeah, but I don't know how to use it. And I just played around with it every day. So I would download other people's music, put it in there, and just play around with the sounds and just create my own sounds out of it.
No copyright at the time?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was working on a sample-based program. So you'd have songs which were dissected into different, someone would cut out a bass line from one song, and someone would cut out a boom, a kick drum from another song, and a snare from another song. And then you just type in where you want that thing to show, and it would be going down in lines. Now it all goes across from right to left, sorry, from left to right. But back then it was from down. It will start from the top going down.
So I didn't see any interviews in your studio.
I've had one.
Okay.
I've had one which was done with the guys from Sonic Academy.
But I was honestly expecting that a big studio, a fancy thing. It's actually your place.
Yeah, no, you can make. I take my laptop with me everywhere. I take my studio with me everywhere. So I have a backpack, and in my backpack I have. I think they're over here somewhere. I have a pair of iLouds which I take with me.
What's that?
It is an amazing speaker
Okay.
that IK Multimedia designed, and they're so small and so easy to carry in your backpack. I'm actually going to go get them. Hola, ce faci? Bine, Ilan.
So you're traveling with these?
I travel with these guys in my suitcase, and what I love about them is that there's one cable that connects to both of them, and then there's one cable that you can connect into your computer, or you can connect them via Bluetooth 2, not Bluetooth 1. So the quality of the sound is actually really, really, really good. And I travel with these everywhere. They're really handy and they're very light, like for a speaker with an amp inside. So there's one amp in here, and then this one's lighter because the amp's in here, and then you can connect them both. And the sound quality on this thing is incredible. I made my whole album on this, on road.
On the road?
On the road. I made most of my album on this, and then when I got back, I edited all my music in Above and Beyond Studio, and they let me use their studio to finish and mix all my stuff really nicely. But this was unbelievable for me to mix. And this, for you, it's the audio guy over there, this is amazing, really, really good.
I remember that. You're
Yeah.
very convincing. You're
Oh, dude, do you know how many DJs have bought this and thanked me for it? Like, even like Jerome Ismay, who's like a very big German DJ. He says to me, he goes, oh wow, these are fantastic. They're
fantastisch.
yeah, they're so good.
Nicht scheiße, sehr gut.
Nein, Scheiße, das ist, na, schrecklich. This is schön.
Schön.
Sehr schön. This is
Und stark.
effing great. This is the best speaker you will ever, I promise you now. If you don't like these speakers, and I don't work for these guys, they did not give me a free pair. Thank you, IK Multimedia. No, honestly, these are great. Get yourself a pair of these. If you want to produce on the road very easily and have really good sonic sound, this is the shit.
So this is when you snap into the reviewer state of mind.
Yeah. Please leave your comment on, no, I'm joking.
And subscribe to my channel.
And subscribe. Yeah, no, I don't have that yet.
Share that with your friends.
Yeah.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're really good.
But when we get into the gadget section of the interview, you're just on another level.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a gadget freak.
I love gadgets. My whole house is one big gadget.
Yeah.
I have gadgets everywhere.
So let's just see how many gadgets a few of them at least, you carry around.
By the way, I'm not drinking beer, just so you know. This is root beer, and I got addicted to it in America. I can't go without it now.
Okay, that's a good disclaimer. I was afraid that I should make that 18 plus.
No, there's no alcohol.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, so now we're doing a proper unboxing. Ilan is gonna show us some of his gadgets, and I understand you bought something special for us.
I did. I'm just trying to take this shit off. Here we have a gadget for our studio shoot. It's some studio lights, some LEDs, some projection lights, and
I didn't know you use stuff like that.
I didn't. I actually got it especially for him because I knew he was coming, and I thought, why not spend some money on rubbish and get some studio lights?
So
So I'm massively into studio lights and photography and cameras, and this is my Canon 5D Mark III with a 24-70mm lens on it. This is a great camera, and if you can afford this Leica, it is an amazing camera.
So what's
It's
the
all
actual
touched.
model?
It's the Leica Q. It's made in Germany, handmade, I think. This is my gadget room. This is where I like to kind of, when I'm in the middle of making a track and I want to escape the realism of the stress of music life, I come in here. And
So you actually have a room for your gadgets,
yes,
for your
I mean,
telescope, for your.
it's a complete mess in here. I'll show you properly around, but it's a mess. And this is where you're sleeping tonight, in the mess.
Is this okay?
This is your spare room. You're going to be sleeping on that bed. You're allowed to show the bed.
No, just don't. No, it's okay.
Basically, I'm a massive fan of games. More kind of like flight simulation games. I'm not really allowed to say if I'm allowed, but I'm a beta tester for the new upcoming Flight Simulator 2020. I'm not allowed to show it to you. That's the sad part about it. But let's just say you'll be able to fly over your own house and see it. I bought this game just so I could play a few simulator games and Battlefield 5. I love Call of Duty, but Battlefield 5 and anything aviation wise is
So
all here.
what kind of VR rig are you using?
So I've got the new Oculus Rift S. You've got like really, really good graphics in this.
So you actually know your VR stuff.
Oh, I love my VR and I can't wait. The technology is only getting better and better now. And it's very exciting because we're going through this stage of life where you'll put goggles on and you're disconnected from reality and you're in another place.
You're a proper gamer.
It's fun. It's just, this is kind of like escape reality kind of vibe, you know, and sometimes I just come here and I get on the decks and I just pretty much just mix away and practice my sets, because not many people know is that I actually started being a music producer from a very young age. From the ages of about 9-10 years old, I actually started producing, and I wanted to I never thought in my lifetime I'd stand in front of an audience and DJ in my life. I never had confidence. I never wanted to be in the limelight. I never thought that I could imagine myself, even at school when they make you read in class, I was like, oh, you know, I used to shit myself. Or even in any kind of work meeting that I used to have at work, and I used to stand there and be like, okay, so this is my presentation. I used to absolutely effing shit myself, excuse my French.
But from the looks of it, we are getting into the interview.
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Coming back into the studio, we were supposed to listen to some new stuff from you.
Yes.
I'm all crazy about your music, and you don't know that. By now, most people maybe have started looking for your name on Spotify and try and listen to it and understand everything about it. But what I like most about your music is not all about the beat. It has a melody to it.
Correct.
And this is what I'm telling my daughter. What's the deal with this kind of music? Just listen to it. It has a melody to it.
Yeah.
It's not flat.
I think that the problem with music now, this is the biggest problem, is that anyone can just make music on a laptop. It's gone from having, you said yourself, this isn't a big fancy studio. It's not, it's my house. I've got soundproofing on the walls. It's nothing big deal. The only reason I have soundproofing on the walls isn't to stop the neighbors hearing it. It's so that I get a better mix in here. So I have like a reference system where I can actually model my room, and the computer knows how big my walls are and the distance between both speakers. So that is what this is all for getting a perfect bass line. It's about getting your kick drum to sound really, really good in the room.
And you're also good friends with your neighbors.
Yeah, well, they can't hear shit.
No?
No. I play my music till 7 in the morning. My house is detached, so no one can hear anything.
Okay.
The only thing you can hear from outside is like a ooh, 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 like very quiet. It's not that loud.
Okay.
So
you made sure. No problems
I
with the
did
neighbors.
the test. No, I went to their house for dinner and everything. They're from Romania. They're good guys. They don't care. They don't care.
Eventually they're going to love your music too.
They already follow me on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they love the trance.
Follow Ilan on Instagram at iBluestone.
Yes, iBluestone on everything.
On everything. Like I'm G Buhnici on everything.
G Buhnici. You know, the funny thing is, I told all my Romanian friends that he's coming around. They're like, no,
Stop doing that.
that's serious. I'm being serious.
Please,
Everyone was
please.
freaking out that he's coming to my house. I was like, yeah, he's coming over.
Yeah.
I didn't even know like anything about you.
But I'm freaking out. You're actually invited us to spend the night, to crash at your place.
Yeah, you can crash. Feel free.
Because it's almost midnight, so it's impossible to get anywhere.
No, you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, should we get back to into the interview?
Mhm.
Let's talk about some music. So in here you made Will We Remain
Yes.
and all that.
Yes.
And you told me something very interesting. I can do a new song in 48 hours.
Yes.
In here.
Yes.
How does that happen?
Well,
How do you do it?
I will sit here and I'll look at the ceiling and then I'll vision what I wanna picture myself behind the decks, imagining the crowd dancing to. Like I'll have like a rough idea of how I want the groove to go. Like I'll have a beat in my head, or like some sort of melodic idea that I might have heard or get inspired. Like I can walk, you know, we just went to Sainsbury's before to buy some alcohol. Not that I'm drinking it now, but just in general. And
Yes, we did.
yeah, and there's always music in the background, like, you know, when they play.
Like the engines. Like the engine in the car.
Oh, no, that's something else. You wanted to go for a spin in the car. But yeah, I'm always inspired by what I hear around me. It could be an engine noise, it could be a crackle from the exhaust or a little pop from somewhere. But yeah, mostly the music that I hear in stores or like when I'm doing shopping. Sometimes I might hear like an 80s record that I like, or some sort of disco track, and I'm like, ooh, this is great. Or a hip hop song. I get inspired from all genres. I love all music. I love rock, I love indie, I love hip hop, new age, classical, jazz FM. I drive around with jazz FM on in the car. People are saying to me, what are you listening to? I'm like, it's a bit of jazz. Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah.
So listening to your music, there's not like they're not, two songs are not the same. You're doing very different music, one song to the other. So when you listen to Mama Africa, it's on a totally different level.
So with Mama Africa, right, Elle Waves, she has African roots, and when she came round, I was like, you know what, I want to do something a bit different. I want to do something that represents, you know, because when she sings, she has a nice twang in her voice, which is very hard to, not many people have that sort of voice. And I wanted to do something which was very kind of connecting to the African people, something that can represent, you know, where you just close your eyes and you can imagine like people of Africa, and like, you know, you hear like a bit of tribal drums and stuff like that. And I wanted to bring something like that into the production. So when she came round, I said to her, I want you to write a song about Africa. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I want you to make a song about Africa. I want you to do a song which brings people together and we can all unite as one. And I want that to be in the song. So I wrote some chords and I said to her, hey, can you sing some words about Africa on this? And she was like, yeah. I said, you know, pretend that you're like the queen of Africa, the mama of Africa.
The Mama of Africa.
Yeah. So she went, oh, Mama Africa, bring the children home.
So I'm already sensing a theme here. You're very friendly to people.
Mm-hmm. I connect to my singers. And that's the most important thing that producers are missing with their songwriters these days, is that they will send a song to someone and the vocals will come back and it's just like there's no chemistry. It's because they haven't bonded with the singer.
Okay.
Exactly the same way I like to chill with anyone I meet, and I'm very I like to talk to people, I like to meet people, and I love to chat. As you can hear, I'm talking a lot of nonsense right now.
No,
but I love to get friendly with people, and I like to learn about different cultures
Yes.
and different people and different backgrounds, different religions, everything. It's just it's life's great, you know.
You sound like you're on something. you're friendly. You're warm.
Yeah,
you're-
I'm just, it's just the way I've been brought up. Like I love meeting people and just
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you make friends with lots of people, and
Yeah.
I know a lot of DJs love working with you on different projects. So we got. Can I say that? Can I drop some names?
Yeah.
So who's in the other room?
Who's in my lounge at the moment? We have Emma Hewitt, who's an amazing, incredible singer from Australia. And she's currently here and we're writing some tracks right now, which we've got coming out very, very soon. Super excited about that. And
Can you play a few seconds?
yeah, of course. Let me
You
just
said yes?
this track is coming out very, very, very soon, and yeah, we're very excited about it.
And there's more. Beside Emma, there's also.
We have Mao Levy.
Okay. I don't want to give spoilers. So if you want to say names.
Yeah, well, Mao is a great friend of mine, very talented producer as well, and we've done quite a few #1 tracks together. And he's just flown over from the Middle East to come and do some more tracks. And behind your cameras, there's another studio where I have people who, when they come around to collaborate, we have like another studio so we can together collab at the same time, which is fun.
And you're also good friends with Andrew Bayer.
Correct.
And this guy is also very, very talented.
Bayer's a very talented guy. Yeah,
He is.
He's super talented.
So you're working with a lot of people, and
Yeah.
This actually is trance music now, working with different peoples and bringing new ideas and creating the new.
Yeah, always. There's new stuff coming about. I'm working on an album at the moment. I mean, I'll play some what I'm working on at the moment. I mean, I'll show you how my process of making music. I'm just like always, you know, I'll show you. Let me load up something. And I can do like, okay, let's put some reverb on this. So yeah, you can do anything. You can just do Titanic.
So it's not all technology. You need someone behind the piano,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
behind the keyboard.
yeah, pretty much. You know, like,
But it's interesting how you pull this from behind, from beneath the.
so what's
desk.
actually happening is that this is just a MIDI keyboard. This is sending signal to the computer to tell my computer to activate the sounds. All the sounds are coming from the computer. You can download any sound you want, and you can play any sound you want just by telling the computer what you want to hear. So there's no sound coming from.
Of course.
It's just sending signals to the computer. And
But
I literally, like, just for fun the other day, I was going to mess around and I wanted to recreate a Hans Zimmer piece, and I wanted to recreate the Gladiator theme song.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but I decided to do the whole thing. So just,
Okay.
yeah, so at the moment. So I'm going to fast forward it because obviously I haven't done this bit. It's all pretty shit, but like I did this in about an hour.
So it took you like an hour to do this.
Yeah. So I do everything and do it separately. So I'll play the ding 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 ding. Then on top of that, I'll do like a piano melody on top. Piano, it's got loads of reverb on it. So you have loads of different pianos and sounds, and you can do bass sounds and. trombones and all that.
So it's not all samples and recycling
Well, it is.
music.
No, it's samples of the live instrument, but you can literally like take that sound and make any song from it, which is what's incredible about it. It's yeah, you can recreate. I mean, I'll show you something that I'm just kind of freestyling on at the moment. It's just trying to experiment with my sound. I'm not just doing trance music, I'm doing music from all genres as well. So I'm trying to do like, you know, like drum and bass, for example, liquid drum and bass, which I started doing. So like I'll get a piano out now and I'm just going to show you what I'm working on at the moment.
Okay.
But
I'm just worried you're going into trap music.
no trap music.
No, okay.
I can make trap music if I wanted to.
No, but you wouldn't.
No,
No.
I probably wouldn't.
Unless you would like to be trending on
No.
YouTube or something.
No, so here I have a piano and it's just got the built-in Ableton reverbs and stuff. And you know, Ableton is a great piece of software if you've never used any music software before. There's FL Studio, which does the same. There's Logic that does the same, and Ableton are like the top three. Yeah, I think with music software, it's your pen and paper. It's what you do in here and what you bring down on here that really sets the limit.
And your mind actually wanders. So when you hear something, you look at I don't know, the ceiling, and you get the idea.
Yeah.
You put
Yeah.
it out there.
So yeah, you just play.
You should do a movie soundtrack sometimes.
I do movie soundtracks and all my tracks. That's what you don't realize, is that all my music is me escaping a movie.
So you're actually telling a story.
Correct. In all my songs.
This is why your music sounds so good, because it's not just music, it tells a story.
I try and tell a story in everything.
So you're a storyteller.
I'm a storyteller in a sense, but you know, I think that's probably the hardest thing about being a music producer, is trying to vision how you're going to tell that story without making it boring. And there's a lot of music producers who send me demos and stuff, and I do tend to listen to a lot of demos, but I get so flooded by the amount of messages that I get from the fans that one day I'll create a label and I will find the next big thing after me, because that's my goal, is to help my fans and find some fresh talent.
You're breaking out.
What do you mean?
I can see you breaking out. So you're getting out there. You're sure about what you're doing. You know your stuff, but you feel like going into the next level. What's next level for you?
I think the next level for me is to open up a record label. I've already created an artist management company. So now I'm managing Mao. I'm managing Jerome Ismay as well. So Jerome is a great producer and one of my biggest influences as a producer. I think his groove, he's like the Audi of trance music for me. He's like German engineering to the max. He is unbelievable as a music producer, and I love his stuff. So yeah, I now manage Jerome because he kind of went in the dark techno vibe, and I feel that his fan base have kind of just dropped off a little bit, and he knows that. And you know, I love the guy so much and we get along so good and we've had so many hits together that it's time to bring him back, and he's already back and people are loving his stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited for him and his future.
So he's still stuck in Berlin in some
No,
way.
he's actually in Texas. He lives in Texas now.
No, but in his mindset.
Oh, his mind is German as hell, dude. You have a conversation with him, it's like, I feel like I'm chatting to someone who's, you know, still not learned how to speak English properly yet. Like, he's still proper full-on German, and he lives in America for quite a few years now, and he still has the strongest German accent. I love it. He's great.
Maybe
I love the
he's
guy.
running for governor.
Don't know. He might be the next Arnie. So yeah, I'll play you something that I've been working on. This is some fun
I'll
stuff.
take whatever you give me.
Okay, this is all fun. So I'll do some freestyle here for you. that's pretty much it. This can go on forever, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you can just freestyle and go. I mean, this is, you know, excuse my mistakes, guys, but-
bass.
Yeah, this is liquid drum bass. This is kind of like melodic, very uplifting. You know, you can create a story out of it. You can tell a story just with a piano sound, you know, and I play the guitars as well.
But you're improvising, so that's only freestyling on the piano right now.
Yeah, I was just freestyling.
You did record that.
No,
It sounds so good.
thanks.
You should make an album.
Yeah, that's going to be in my album. That song I think might be on my album. I might call it Buhnici.
Don't say that. You know, in Romanian, Buhnici sounds very bad.
I'll call it George. George the drummer.
I'm lousy at dancing, and I love music, but I've always dreamed I'd be able to do something like this. I can't.
Well, listen, I mean, to be honest with you, it's music production.
Okay.
I never learned really how to produce music.
How did you learn?
I just picked up a keyboard and started playing on the PC with the impulse tracking software, and that was it. I was hooked. And then I told my parents for my 13th, I think it was 13 or 14, I wanted a keyboard. And it was a shitty little Yamaha keyboard. And ever since then, I'd listen to music on TV or radio, and I'd try and play it. And I'd try and mimic it. And that's how I got my ear for music.
So you never went to music school?
I went to music college,
that
but
you
I never went.
All that you learned on your own.
Yes.
You're pure talent.
Thanks. Yeah, I learned it all by myself.
How do you find the resources to do all this? I know it sounds lame, it's like a cliche, but still.
I guess with music, it's like there is so much YouTube today. I mean, you guys obviously see him on YouTube, but YouTube was a great eye-opener. I mean, I used to read a lot of stuff online, tutorials on Google. I used to research how can I, you know, learn more about sound. And I guess I learned a lot from trial and error, experimenting, and constantly, there's no right or wrong with music production, and that's what people think.
Mm-hmm. So you're that kid 20 years ago that was left behind a keyboard, a computer?
Yeah, and a guitar. Guitar was my first instrument. The guitar, I picked it up in my cousin's house, and he wasn't even there, and I just picked up and I figured out how to do E minor on the guitar by myself. I put 2 fingers on there and I went flang, and I was like, whoa, this is unbelievable. I made a chord, you know, and that sounded great to me. I was just like, wow, E minor. Is this a chord? Does this work? Does this sound good? And then my cousin came home, because he showed me how to put 2 fingers on, but I discovered it before he even got home. So I actually had my fingers in the right place, but I was using the wrong fingers. So I was using these fingers instead, and he's like, no, use these 2 fingers. And I was like, and then he showed me another chord. I was like, wow, A minor. And now these were the 2 first chords.
How did you know the names?
He told me.
Ah, okay.
He told me when he got home, because I didn't know. I realized I did a chord, and I was like, this sounds beautiful. Like, what is this? And I realized that this is this is a chord. And I got really excited. And that was the first time I said to myself, I love music. And I was fantasizing at school. I used to sit there in school and be like, I want a guitar. I want a guitar. And I used to tell my mum, I want a bloody guitar for my birthday. And my parents went and they got me the nicest guitar for my birthday.
Did they ever push you in another direction than music?
No, they always believed that I had something. I think
I could see in your brother that he totally understands you.
He understands. He does. My brother was the one who got me into dance music. Paul Oakenfold, Sasha, Digweed, like all the big legends. You know, Paul Van Dyke, Above and Beyond, and you know, Ferry Corsten, and like, you know, for me it's an absolute honor to work with these guys, you know, like Ferry Corsten, to be in his house, sitting there in the studio and writing chords. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was just over the moon, and I'm sitting with this dude, he's sitting next to me, and I'm like, you made out of the blue? You know, the first experience was when I was sitting in my house, and in my mum's house, and my mum's room was on that, literally behind that wall, and it would be 3 a.m, and she'd like knock on my door. She'd walk in and be like, that's nice.
3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. She's like, that's nice, but can you turn it down? Just turn it down a little bit. So I'd always be like really, you know, wowed by the fact that my mum was so cool about it. And that specific time I had BT, who is the legend of all music producers. He came to my house and he got on my shitty little MIDI, I had a shitty MIDI keyboard, and he played Flaming June, which was one of my first ever dance records, which my brother introduced me to. And he played it on my keyboard.
BT Flaming June, yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah.
And
so-
Oakenfold, home at Space in Ibiza, the best set ever. Can you say that?
Yeah, I did.
I'm getting
Yeah,
goosebumps.
I mean, and all the Tiesto stuff, like the In Search of Sunrise CDs and stuff, were unbelievable. For me, those were like the generation. I still have my In Search of Sunrise T-shirt upstairs. I still have my Creamy Ibiza T-shirt upstairs. I was a massive fan, like, of all this stuff growing up. It was massive music for me, and me and my brothers, we love it. And you know, for me to play in Cream and Amnesia and all these Ushuaia clubs, I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, I really want to like make a movie or write a book sometime about it, or even just do a YouTube vlog about it.
At least.
At least, yeah.
And now you're making friends with guys like Armin from Buren, and he totally loves your music.
Yeah.
Although you're in the Anjuna family,
Yeah.
you're crossing borders
Yeah, it's great.
back and forth.
Yeah, it's been great. And Juna family all the way. And the Armada family has also been really nice. And it's just great to combine forces. And I will take credit for this.
Trans family.
Yeah, I'll
Trans.
Trance family, yeah.
What about trans? What's the deal with trans?
So I obviously used to say, I mean, I say trance. In America, they say trance.
Trans.
Trance, yo, bro, you like trance? And I'm like, I can't say, I don't speak with an American accent. So all the fans, they say to me, hey man, your accent's funny. You say trance with an O. And I'm like, really?
Really?
I just say trance. And they're like, no, it's trance. And I was like, okay. And then it became a thing. And ever since then, it's like become my thing. And people were like, that's Mr. Trance. And I'm like, trance?
Trance?
I'll take it, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, people are coming to my shows making trance t-shirts. So I've just taken it on board. I'm like, okay,
That should be your label.
trance?
Trans.
Nah. Because it's kind of taking the piss out of the real trance fans, you know? And I don't want to be doing that because I love trance music as well, you know?
Okay.
So I've just, you know, because I have a lot of fans who are like, why are you taking trance and ruining it with the trance? Like, I'm not. I'm actually using real elements of trance music in the trance music that you'd say. It's just a bit slower, that's all. And then once I've got those fans, I'm only helping the trance game people, you know, like I'm trying to get people to appreciate real trance music, which doesn't mean it's mine, but in general, trance music is amazing for people who want to go on a journey, and 1-3 uplifting, I love that stuff. And I'm bringing it back. Education, people.
Education.
Educating the people who don't know what it is. I'm going to bring trance to the masses, bigger than everyone, bigger than anyone.
So
That's my goal. That's what I've been put on this earth to do.
motto, word.
Trance.
So Armin featured We Are the Universe.
Yeah.
It was on his top 50.
Yeah,
Okay, good stuff.
yeah.
But what's the track you're most proud of?
Oh, wow.
Because I know for a fact that We Are the Universe, you like the song.
I love the track, yeah.
But it's not your...
It's not my favorite.
No.
I mean, I love it, but it's not my favorite of mine. I'd say, I mean, my biggest track that I'm really proud of is Big Ben, Spheres,
I've
Cape
been
Town,
listening to that coming in.
Cape Town,
Cape Town.
Namaste, Bigger Than Love, Frozen Ground. But my new stuff that I'm working on at the moment is really exciting me,
Okay. Is it going to be better than all these?
I don't think there isn't a way, you know, when people say, is it going to be better? I'd say I don't know what my sound is. Like, it's hard
You
for me.
still don't know
I
what-
don't know what my sound is. As a music producer, I'm just making what I like, what makes me excited. So I hope the next tracks that you hear are going to be exciting for you. I'm doing a lot of uplifting trance as well. 138 uplifting, progressive.
138 is the new 128.
For me. So I have my Ilan Bluestone Presents Stone Blue.
Okay.
And Stone Blue is going to be all my uplifting trance stuff, and the track that I played you earlier on with Emma is under Stone Blue.
Okay.
And then I've got my own stuff, which is a bit slower, under my own name, which I'm really proud of as well, which is going to be on my album.
I've seen Armin doing that, Who's Afraid of 138.
Yeah.
So it's a new thing now.
Well, Armin has never stopped with the 138, but the thing is, the difference between me and Armin is that Armin has kind of like Armada, which is his main record label, which launches so much music that sometimes I don't know what's coming out and I get lost. Whereas I want to create stuff which is going to be so memorable and so it's just a piece of everything in one track, you know? Like, I don't want to just throw loads of records out. And, you know, I'm not hating in any way, but I'm just saying that there's so much music at the moment, not just from Armada, but in general in the trance game, that it's getting so lost and so oversaturated that there's not one track out there that I can turn around and say, this is amazing. And that's a problem. Everyone's got laptops now. Everyone's making music, and there's so much music on the
But it all
internet.
sounds the same.
It's very samey. It's very copy and paste. Like, it's the same formula. It's the same kick drum. It's the same rolling bass line. And I'm just trying to
It's very pop.
well, I'm just trying to take stuff which I'm proud of and that I like, or, you know, if I hear a rolling bass line from one song that I like, I'll try and recreate that, but with my own touch to it. You know, I have my own sound, which I'm not really aware of or how I've done it, but I'll try and create something fresh so that people will listen to it and they won't just push skip.
So it's all about your talent and the way you want to express it?
Yeah.
Or just you didn't figure out your style yet?
I haven't really figured out my style yet. I think I know roughly what I'm doing, but I'm not sure what my style of actual production is, if you know what I mean. Because I'm trying to always be different. I'm trying not to just copy and paste my own shit. I'm trying to always think out of the box and create something.
But it's so different from one track to the other sometimes.
Oh, I hope so. Because a lot of people can say, hey, that's your song. And it's like, how can you tell? But a lot of people say that to me, that they can tell it's my sound and my melody somehow.
Okay. Let's go on to touring for a little. So you just got back from the US and Canada. You've been mixing at minus 25 C?
Minus 24 degrees.
24.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And you pulled off your gloves?
I couldn't DJ. Yeah, I was getting too hard. Like, I was pushing the button and I couldn't feel the button. So I wasn't sure if I was pushing the cue button or play button. I didn't know what was going on.
But could you feel the buttons in the cold?
No, I couldn't feel shit. Yeah, so I took my gloves off. And everyone, Canada, you guys, I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it. You guys are nuts, but in a great way. I
could see people dancing.
They were going crazy. The temperature alone on the dance floor probably went up by 10 degrees. Like, they were going for it. Everyone was jumping and I was freezing my boobs off. I couldn't feel my fingertips anymore. It got to a point where it was so cold.
Yeah.
My fingers were frozen and I couldn't feel the fader on the DJ booth.
But you still love it, and you're touring a lot. You're doing North America a lot now.
I'm doing about 20 to 30 flights a month. Yeah, 20 to 30 flights a month.
You look happy for a guy flying that much.
I love flying. I'm actually learning to fly, hence why I've got all the crappy simulators next door. Yeah.
Yeah. So up to this point, I guess, I've seen photos of you're flying business because you need to sleep.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
But when will it be the day when you're going to afford your own jet? Like,
I'll never buy my own jet. I mean, it would be a big dream for me if I could afford one, but no, I could never afford it. You know, flying a jet is just, I want to get my license. I started learning. So I'm learning on Cessnas at the moment, which is fun. But flying a jet, I got flown in a private jet not long ago from, I did 3 shows in one day. I did Tampa, and then we flew down to Florida. And then from Florida, we flew to New York. And then I just about made every show, like just about. Like I had to run with my suitcase onto the stage. There was no time, like not time for toilet, no nothing. Straight onto the stage, get on the stage, put your case down, put your USBs out, put your headphones in, and then play. And you're like, where am I? Wow. And then all of a sudden you see 10, 20,000 people and you're like, huh?
From where I'm standing, or the people listening or watching this, sounds very glamorous.
It is glamorous, but it's I've had a lot of a lot of stuff happen to me in my health because of this lifestyle.
So you're doing this for the past 10 years?
Yes.
And it's taking a toll on you?
Yes. I think my, you know, obviously it's very difficult for me to have a relationship because obviously I'm never home. And with my ex-girlfriend, it was very hard because obviously she was here by herself all the time. And when I did take her on the road, she couldn't deal with the amount of flying that I did, that it mentally broke her down. You know, it's like, it's not easy for a lady to go in this lifestyle. I mean, there's a lot of female DJs who are managing, but for a regular person to just go and do this is very hard. Even my own friends, they don't understand how I do one flight in one weekend. So I do 20 flights, and you know, in the last 2 weeks I had 11 flights.
Do you keep track? Do you count the miles?
Yeah, I have. Well, I collect my miles, but I don't.
How many do you have?
I have natural air miles. Actually, I've got it written on my phone. Let me just tell you now.
You're like George Clooney in Up in the Air, something like that.
Yeah, hold on. No, I'm sure George has done way more than me. I have done. Yeah, I have a program here, travel status. I have done 2.43 million kilometers. I've traveled around the world 51 times in 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you okay. That's
Yeah.
travel. So you have an app for that.
Yes.
Okay.
This just kind of tells. Oh, wait, that's not. It's in 1,000 days.
In 1,000 days.
Uh-huh.
Almost 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
But do you have a membership with an airlines?
Yeah, I have American. Let's see what I don't even know anymore. I am 447,000 air miles with American.
And
that's no credit cards. That's just pure miles.
Pure miles.
I don't have credit cards with them.
Okay. So when you're gonna get to 1,000,000 miles, they're gonna give you, I don't know, a black metal card or something like that.
No, I could get that now if I buy you know, all the airlines, they try and, but I'm sure you got just as amount.
No, I that much no.
Yeah.
No.
So
you're out there.
Yeah, and United as well. I've also got 500,000. So yeah, I do a lot of flying in America.
So whenever you're gonna stop, you're gonna be able to just get a ticket around the world a few times and just travel.
That'll be fun.
Will that be sometime?
Hopefully.
What do you do to relax when you think about taking a vacation?
You know what my vacation is? I get home and I see my cats and I get in the Porsche and I drive around the block. That is a vacation. Nothing better than being at home. That is my vacation. When people say to me, you want to go on holiday? No, I do not want to go to another airport. I do not want to get on another flight. I would love to sit in my car, drive to my family, say hello to my friends, and that is my vacation. That is pure bliss. I've been to every cool place on the earth. There's obviously places I haven't been to, but I don't need and want to go anywhere. I want to sit here and trance. That's my vacation. That's all I want to do. I want to make music and I just want to chill out and do F4.
But you can't do that. You need to still fly.
Yes, I still have to go every weekend to somewhere else. But listen,
this weekend you're gonna.
But listen, I'm not like complaining. I'm not complaining because obviously
you're not.
No. I love what I do. I love making people happy. I love making George happy. I love.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I love.
I totally am.
For me, there's nothing better than making fans happy and being able to go out there and to play my music to the masses and stand on stage and just think to myself, what the F is going on here? I am standing on stage and in front. This Saturday, I have to do 50,000 people. and about 3-4 million people online. That to me blows my mind.
But still, you love what you do and you
Yeah.
love making people happy.
Yeah,
But what actually makes you happy?
making music. Yeah, making music or playing computer
Not
games.
traveling.
No, not traveling. No, driving cars and, you know, gadgets. I'm like you. I love gadgets.
Yeah, but you're the famous DJ.
Doesn't
Talented
matter.
famous DJ.
Thank you, but you know, you're a talented gizmo man. You know.
No,
You know, I
no.
actually I watched some of
Don't
George's
bring
stuff.
it back.
And
Come on.
Hold on, we're stopping here because it's time for me to
He's
take
using Translate on YouTube to watch my videos.
Yes, I use the little option on the bottom right corner to understand what
I
the shit that
know.
he's talking about. And it's really interesting. Like, I love all technology. You know, when I sit on the plane and there's all the movie things, I go to the documentaries and I watch the shit about technology. That's how geeky I am in that
Yes.
sense of I love gadgets. That's the future of our planet, full stop.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
in some...
All this is gadgets. Everything here is gadget. This thing over here is a
Yes.
gadget.
Exactly. So you actually some sort of zeitgeist, the voice of a generation, the spirit of this generation, all about technology, but also talented, free to do what you like, and embracing the process.
I love life. I love technology and I love what's around us at this moment in time. I mean, we're all alive, right? You're sitting at home comfortably watching us talk shit, and this is a great time. You know what I mean? This is
Yes.
life. This is beautiful life. We're very lucky to be in this. I mean, some people are suffering around the world which don't have the access to the internet, and the world needs to be a better place, but hopefully the gadgets will
Solve it.
or not kill us. Hopefully we won't die from, you know, when people will be watching this in 10 years time and say, these guys, they had a great time, you know?
But it's not always been like that. All happy and
No.
doing what you love.
No.
When let's talk about the low points, the low times.
Yeah, I've had some real low points. Yeah. I
do you
literally,
handle
so
that?
about 11 years ago, I used to work in a clothes shop. I used to sell clothes. And I used to get treated like complete dog shit. I remember, like, my bosses were always really, really evil and like really nasty, and they used to say, Ilan, go fold this, go do that, go this. And I was like, whoosh, you know, like, and I was like, you wait, one day I'll come into your workplace. And I did do that.
And you bought the whole thing.
No, you know what I did?
What?
I walked around the store and I just put like loads of clothes on my arm. Like loads of clothes. I went out with like that much clothes, and they looked at me as if I was like nuts. And one of the people that was in the store who recognized me, she saw me go to the till with like that much clothing. She's like, what are you doing with all the clothes? I'm buying them. And she looked at me and she's like, he has money. And I was like, yeah, and you know it, right? And I bought the whole thing, and I deliberately bought shit that I didn't even need. And I bought it on purpose to just wind it up in their faces. And I felt so good within, because I remember when I was working in the store, I wanted to buy stuff so bad and I couldn't afford it. I had no money. I was literally flat broke. I was in debt. And I said to myself, I have to get out this position. Hard work just pays off. I was in complete debt. I even was in university struggling for money. I could barely afford rent. I could barely afford to buy food. I used to literally starve myself at university. I couldn't afford shit. There used to be real low points. And I'm sure we've all been in this situation where we could barely afford to pay for anything. And it's been real tough, you know.
How do you push forward? How do you keep going?
Persistence. You just got to believe in yourself.
But when you're hungry, what do you do?
When you're hungry, you've just got to, you know, I used to do some dodgy shit at university to get to where I was, you know. You've got to cut corners, and, you know, a lot of times I missed going into class so that I could, you know, make some money somehow. I used to be a club photographer. I used to go do photography in clubs, in nightclubs, and I used to take pictures. And yeah, that's how it all started. I was nighttime club photographer. I loved taking pictures because I'm into photography, as you can see with all my cameras. I love photography. And I use my skills to edit the photos and I used to work for all the clubs, and yeah, I kind of just about passed the university, and none of my lecturers knew my name. They used to call me Ian, not Ilan.
Ian.
Ian. They used to call me Ian. Mr. Bluestone, welcome to class. Where's your project? It's here, I did it. How did you do it? You never came in. Oh, I've got a studio at home. They never believed me. I had to bring my computer into university and show them my work because they thought I copied and pasted it off the internet. And then they were like, okay, we believe you. And I passed, just about. And the only reason I did university was just in case my music career was going to fail. And I started making music during my university times, and I actually got signed to a record label in the United States over MySpace. And I was on MySpace, and there was a record label from Florida. This guy created a record label, and now he comes to all my shows in the United States, and he just like, his mouth is like, because he's just a guy who sat at home believing he could create a label. And he was one of the first people who believed in my music and said to me, keep going, don't stop.
So, what happens next? You're going strong.
Yeah.
You're getting the grips of it. You're in control.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look like you're tired or sick of it or anything else.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, it's like a drug. You can't stop. You can't stop until I'm down to the ground. I'm not stopping. I'm not going to stop.
What do you want? What do you wish for?
What do I wish? I wish hopefully to one day get married. That would be nice. But yeah, no, I wish to hopefully have my own record label and to have a massive collection, not too oversaturated, but a massive collection of good, talented producers, and it could be you. Sorry, it's not nice to point, but yeah, it could be you. It could be you.
I want you.
Yeah. Dude, you don't understand. I've been getting demos on a regular basis daily. My email's crashed. Like, I get people sending me their music and I can't even listen to it anymore because I've got too many songs. So I need to create a team of people that can just go through these demos. I mean, you don't even need a label these days. If you really want to get your music out there, you can do it yourself. And that's the beauty of the technology world today. Anyone can get their music on the internet. And now that everyone's got access to a mobile phone with a platform of music on it, and you don't need, I mean, it's also killed, like we don't make any money on the money front when it comes down to sales of records because there's no sales anymore. It's all online plays, it's all streams. And sadly, there's not that much money in the streaming industry.
I'm playing your music a lot on Spotify.
Yeah.
Aren't you getting anything out of
Barely.
that? Barely.
Yeah.
So I hear
Yeah.
artists are saying that Spotify is killing the music industry as you know it.
Well, it's not killing, you know, and I'm
changing for
it's
the
just
worse?
changed. It's just changed. We're not making money. I mean, the only way to make money today for an artist is from touring.
This is why you travel so much.
This is why I travel. This is why I'm killing myself. But at the same time, I'm enjoying seeing my fans and making people happy. But yes, the streaming market has killed the money income for the musician.
So,
But it's also making it more accessible for people such as yourself, for people who can't really afford to buy records on a daily basis. I love the fact that I can take my phone and I can type in any song and I can listen to it there and then. Back in the day, it was so much harder. You'd have to like search for the vinyl, and you'd have to go for the specific stores to look for that record you heard and find it. And it was like a big mission to find a record. But now I can just type and Shazam and this and that.
There's still some tracks I still can't find, like Parks and Wilson,
Yeah.
Painting on Silence.
Mhm.
Do you remember that one?
I think you can find that on the internet.
Where?
Just Google it,
I did.
and you can't find it.
No.
Well, maybe you should.
I'm going to go on
message-
the torrents, I don't know.
Maybe you should message
If I
them.
want to support my artist,
Yes.
I should go to their shows,
Yes.
and that's it.
Yes. I mean, there should be some sort of. I know there's Patreon, and all that sort of stuff, and I think that is a great way for an artist to make money.
But you can also have memberships on a YouTube channel. So if you start doing that gadget reviews you're talking about cars.
Is
and
that
stuff.
what you do?
Yeah, I got more than 2,000 members.
Thank you for joining George's page. This is really amazing news. This is.
I even got I just launched 2 new very expensive levels. It's called The Witcher and The Wizard.
What does that mean?
They're very expensive.
What does that give them?
They give them, we connect on social media, and the wizard can come and meet and greet. We do meet and greet, but that's specifically for those people.
Do they get to be on your channel?
I feature them, yeah, I scroll through the members.
Okay, cool.
So I can give you some hints on that.
Yeah,
Support from your fans,
Yeah.
straight into your YouTube account
that sounds great.
or
I'll
your
do that.
Patreon.
Yeah.
So if I want to listen to your music and
Yeah.
support you, where should I go beside the show?
Well, I do have a YouTube channel that I created recently, which is Bluestone as well.
Of course.
But you have Bluestone Twitter, Bluestone Facebook. I created an Bluestone Twitch as well recently. So yeah,
You should do that VR thing
yeah,
on Twitch.
yeah, that would be cool actually.
You're actually good at it.
Yeah, I'm not that great.
I've seen you killing those robots.
Yeah, I know, but that's like everyone can play that game. You just need to spend half an hour on it, and you're good.
Okay.
You know, like my mum can play it.
Yeah, but you're funny doing it.
Okay.
So you're gonna get views
Okay. Cool.
and subscribers, and people will spend. You should do lives. You should improvise on a live on your YouTube
Like
channel.
Deadmau5, that's what he does.
He does that,
Yeah.
and there's this thing they call super chat, and people can pay you money while they're listening or watching you.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was only a Twitch thing.
Now it's on YouTube too,
Ah, YouTube's the future.
or one of the versions of the future.
Cool. So congratulations to the wizards who have joined George's channel.
Yeah.
George is going to reward you.
We have no wizards yet.
Oh,
That's very expensive. That's like 50 quid a month.
wizards, it's time for you to join. George is going to drive you around in his Tesla too.
Yes, I should do that.
You should. You should give him like a little, carpool karaoke.
Yes.
You should do that
We-
in
we-
Romania. Have you done that in Romania?
Yeah, we've done that with some opera singers.
Really?
Yeah, and my colleague, my friend, was driving a Tesla on a racetrack, and these guys were trying to sing.
Wow, that's so funny.
Oh yeah.
You know what I really want to do?
Excruciating
You know what I really want to do, and I think you can do it in Romania? I want to go in a MiG-29.
We don't have those.
Okay, I think it's somewhere in Europe you can go in a MiG-20. I know it's Russia.
Russia.
Have that. Oh yeah, yeah,
Edge of space.
yeah. No, I don't want to fly to. I just want to fly a jet.
In Russia, I bet you can.
But what do they have in Romania? I'm sure they've got some awesome jets. No.
We have Dracula's castle.
Yeah, but you have an air force.
Sometimes, yeah. Even we rely on mostly on NATO, but we have some fighters.
Okay, I want to go in one.
Okay.
Can you hook it up?
No,
Okay.
but I can hook you
Cancel
up.
the interview, guys.
No, but I can hook you up with the helicopters.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, the Puma.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, good interview. I had so many questions, but I think we went through all of them.
Okay.
Most of them actually.
Okay. You have enough content?
It's not about length. I just can't stop.
Okay. Well, you can ask some more.
Okay, so thank you for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Thank you for having us. It's almost midnight,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, speechless.
Thanks, George.
Thank you, Ilan. That was Ilan.
This is George.
Follow this guy on all his social media,
Thank you.
and go see him play.
I'll be in Romania very, very soon. I don't know which cameras to look into. I'll look into that one. I will be in Romania very, very soon at Untold Festival.
Eventually, you're not supposed to say it officially yet.
I'll be at Untold Festival soon, and George will be standing behind me during my set. So
Again.
make sure you wave at him and try and grab his attention. Make a big sign saying, "George, we are here and we are wizards." And yes, subscribe to his channel and pay
Yes.
€50 a month, and George will drive you in
Or
his
not.
Tesla.
Or not.
Well, you don't have to, guys.
Okay, so let's go ahead and make Ilan Bluestone one of the headliners in
One
Untold.
day in Untold, yeah.
We're going to have a petition for that and make you a headliner
Yes.
on the main stage.
Yeah, you need to go Instagram the owner and
Bogdan.
get everyone to comment thing.
Yes. We're going to do just
Say that
that.
in Romanian.
Yes, that's gorilla. We're going to go. We're going to do the whole thing.
Yeah, let's terrorize his Instagram.
Okay, so thank you again for having us. Thank you for sharing the. Is that honestly? Is that the place we're gonna crash in? The bed is very small.
He's gonna sleep on the couch.
Okay,
We can sleep here.
in the studio.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna sleep in the studio.
Well, I don't know.
I slept in Ilan's studio. I'm gonna remember that forever.
Yeah. I have some beds for you. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna take that home with me. So that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video if you enjoyed it, and become one of our members.
Become a member.
Yes, and if you want to sponsor this podcast series, send an email. contact@buhnici.ro.
Yes.
Yes, let's make some money. And I'll see you for the next one.
Ciao.